Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about all the characters that have explosion, whether it's shock explosion, bleed explosion, burn explosion. We're going to show how to figure out who has explosion and why we need those characters. First thing is we need those characters for Immortal Most. This game mode has made these characters with explosion extremely relevant. Now, in yesterday's video, I was actually using Gentoki because he has bleed explosion, but someone mentioned in the comments that Yashiro also has explosion, which she does. I'll get into her in a little bit, but she's actually proved to be very good for this. I actually gained, quite a few points. This was around 230 million. I was able to hit 247 million with her, with a 3-star Yashiro versus a 4-star Gentoki with 2 imprint stones. She doesn't have any imprint stones on her, and her attack capsules aren't even maxed out. Gentoki's built way better, but since he had the type disadvantage, and I could only use his special skill once, he just didn't prove to be very useful. However, Yashiro did extremely well, and this really is why you want explosion. All decreased defenses and stuns the target when applying dot explosion. So every time you hit this guy with some kind of explosion, whether it's bleed, burn, or shock, you're going to stun him, and when you stun him, he just stays in place. It's a lot easier for all your attacks to hit him, plus the characters that have low defenses, like someone like Yashiro and Iori, they can survive easily because he's being stunned the whole time. He's not attacking them. Therefore, he's not doing damage to them. So let's go through them. And we'll work our way from left to right. So the first one is Geese Howard. Geese Howard. Now this is how you know if you got explosion. Upon landing a critical hit, deals shock damage equal to 3 times. And this is the key thing. You'll still deal shock damage or bleed damage or burn damage equal to 2 times the remaining whatever dot effect it is. So in Geese's case, it's shock damage. And remove shock after enemy cannot recover. So he's a great character for shock damage. And something else to keep in mind for Immortal Most is any character that's blue will have the type disadvantage. Luckily, all these characters on this list, except for Gentoki, are not blue. There's actually a couple yellows, which is really great because they have the type advantage. Then we'll scoot along here. And we'll move along, move along, move along. Now, Iori here, I'm going to bring him up just because he does have explosion, but unfortunately, Iori's explosion is only for PvP. It won't work against Immortal Most, so that is a real bum deal. So if you plan on using this guy for Immortal Most, I'm sorry, he just won't work. The explosion will not work against Most, so that's kind of a bummer. I mean, you can still use the character to do damage to him, but the explosion will not work. So you need one character at least on each team for your explosion, and Iori just won't cut it. We're going to move along. And I might miss somebody. Now this is a very good one. Orochi Chris, who is a yellow fighter, he's going to have the type advantage, has burn explosion. Deals burn damage equal to 2 times the remaining burn damage and removes burn effect upon landing a critical hit. This is an amazing character for this. He's a yellow fighter. I mean, I might end up building him just for it because he will have the type advantage. He's going to do a lot of damn damage. Plus his 5PG does have a pretty long animation on top of that, which is great. So let's move along here. The next character is Xian. I mentioned Xian in the last video. He is an absolute must for your team because he has this amazing leadership for yellow fighters. And you could put him on one team, you could put Orochi Chris on the other team, and boom. You don't need any collab characters for this at all, which is actually pretty awesome. I mean, yeah, they might come in handy, but you don't really, I don't think you really need them. But Xian is amazing because he also has the shock explosion, deals 2 times remaining shock damage to the target, and removes shock upon landing a critical hit, which is wonderful. Xian's amazing for this. We'll scoot along. Next is Gentoki. Gentoki does have the bleed explosion, but again, he's going to have the type disadvantage, which is a bum deal. And like I said a second ago, Yashiro does a lot better than him, way better than him. So Gentoki, I wouldn't really use him because I don't think he's going to be as effective as other characters. So we're going to move along here, and I might miss somebody. Let me know in the comments if I do. I'm just kind of going off my memory. Okay, this is pretty cool. Swimsuit K actually also has explosion. Deals burn damage equal to 2 times the remaining burn damage and removes burn effect. He also has explosion, so you could put Xian on one team, Swimsuit K on another team. You know, he is a green fighter, and you could actually use him to buff up Genets on your second team, have the explosion, and yeah, do tons and tons of damage. It's something to consider. You know, he might not be a yellow fighter, but he's not going to have a type disadvantage or an advantage. So you're still going to be able to do lots of damage. He is a cost 60, so he's actually a good candidate for this. Let's kind of scroll down a little bit here. And then, of course, we have Yashiro, who is freaking terrific for this. She's got the PG gain, but she also has the shock explosion. Deals shock damage equal to 2 times the remaining shock. You see the common trend here on how to figure out who has explosion or not. She is fantastic for this. I mean, you can get her. We've been getting lots of all-star tickets. I actually leveled her up just from my all-star tickets using those memories. That's it. She is amazing. Plus, she has a great leadership similar to Swimsuit K, who can buff up purple fighters like Nameless. Think about that. Nameless is amazing for that event. So yeah, because of his long PG gain. It's great, or as long as ultimate skill. Then you have Charlotte, who is amazing. She is a collab character, unfortunately, but she's amazing for this because she is a yellow fighter. She does have the type advantage, and she does have the bleed explosion, which is terrific. She's amazing. 20% power charge rate gain. She's amazing. Especially when you put Xian in the leadership to really buff her. The thing is, you know, Xian has explosion. She has explosion, but the more explosion you have, the more often your boss is going to get stunned, but you really don't need 2 of them. Really, you only need 1. At least so far from all my testing. And then we have my boy, Ayachi. And this is pretty cool. Purple fighter. You could use Yashiro to buff him. Again, he's going to have the shock damage. He has the 3 PG card. And there's the shock explosion right there, which is great. That is great. I almost want to build Ayachi because he's my favorite Tekken character. This is the guy that I always played with back in my Tekken 3 days. And he just holds so much nostalgia for me. I just love this guy so much. And yeah, I think that's freaking fantastic. I actually want to buff him up to see how well he can do. But yeah, Shiro's a higher cost. I mean, I don't know. She probably would do more damage than him, to be perfectly honest. I'm not really sure. I haven't really tested it, so I don't really know for sure. But Ayachi would be an amazing choice. So as far as I know, those are all the characters with explosion. Let me know in the comments if there's any that I missed, and I'll be sure to bring them up in the next video. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple little summons. We got a free card summons here. We'll just go ahead and skip this sucker. There we go. Yeah, exceed capacity. And by the way, I did pull for Jeanette. I did get her. In fact, I got her twice, and I got her card, which is dope. That is freaking dope. So let's go ahead and do a pull here. Let's see if we can get something. Gotta make the video last 10 minutes. All right, nada. What a bum deal. You know what? I think I got some, let me see if I got any tickets. I'd prefer to use those instead of rubies anyways. Okay, we got an all-star. Okay. We got one. At least be red. Come on now. Nothing really major there. And look at this. Look at all these all-star tickets I got saved. I can keep getting memories for Yashiro. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to buff that girl up like crazy and just use her because I already got a good head start. The problem with Ayachi for me, who I really want to build, is, you know, you got to use all those all-star memories to level them up. It'd actually be a lot easier just to do Yashiro, at least in my case. Okay, so let's see. We got battle cards. Let's see if we can get something here. Come on. Hook it up, hook it up. Give me a Ryugo. Okay, don't give me a Ryugo. Nothing. Come on, come on. Give me something. Okay, we got a red one. We got a red one. Okay, I actually love the artwork for Yamazaki there. It's pretty cool. That is pretty damn cool. I think that's all she wrote, though. I mean, I do have these here. Oh, I got 2 of those, 2 reds. Sweet. That's nice. One red. Oh, nice. 3 of those. Very cool. Very cool. I'm just going to skip this. All right, well, you know, some memories. You'd always use those to level up other memories. Okay, I think that's all she wrote. All right. So the top picks really for the Immortal Most as far as your explosions would definitely be Xian, Orochi Chris, and Charlotte because they all have the type advantage. But, you know, Geese, Swimsuit K, Yashiro, Ayachi are all great choices to throw in there and try. Gentoki, unfortunately, will have the type disadvantage. I wouldn't really recommend him. But let me know in the comments if I missed anybody. And let me know what characters you've gotten, what cards you've gotten. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.